This world as a whole, you know, the outside world doesn't know much about our continent, Africa. And what I'm saying is, we can talk about the African people. We can portray the African people in a positive way to the outside world. You can sell yourself positively to the outside world. You have values and some, cultures that they will be curious in getting to know more about it. You understand my point? So why not sell that thing to them in a positive manner so that they can get to know much about you? But then vice versa, they themselves over there too, we don't know much about them unless they open up to you so that you also get to know much about them. Although you have some information about them, just like they themselves too have some info about us. But then you telling them will be much more better than them coming in to study you. They might see something they will not understand, they will say it in a different manner about it. That is what has resulted in Africa being seen as a dark continent. But the people over here, are we dark? We are not dark. Some have light in them. Most of the people in Africa have light in them. But why we being portrayed as dark, as a place of nowhere? Like you mention Africa in the world and everybody goes like, what? Like you've it's like you've mentioned a curse to them. They all back away. They don't know much about us. So we have to sell ourselves to them so that they get to know something better can come from Africa. We are also human. And that we also have the brains that they have. We also have it. You see, the African giant is asleep, but soon it's going to awaken so that the world will see that, oh, yes, indeed, Africa has the medicine to heal the whole world. You get my point? Yes, that is what we have. But we are not portraying that in a positive manner to the world. You see, that has resulted in people want to know about much about Africa. People want to know. When you go to the Americans, the Europeans, the Asians, they all want to know something about Africa. What is here? Here, what is hidden on this land or on this continent? What is here? They want to know. But are we selling ourselves in a positive manner to them? That's the question for the day. Yes, we are not selling us. I don't know. We are not selling ourselves in a positive manner to them because we go there and it's like uh, uh, master and the slave. You slave for him, he gives you something small. You see yourself as a man of the year. Come back to your hometown, then come and step on your own people as if they are nothing to you. But it's from here that you also lived your life and then went there. So we need to sell ourselves in a positive manner to the world. Be who we are. As one thing about Africans is we are too much of a copycat. You see, you go to their country and then you tend to blend in, but you are not blending in, but you are forcing yourself to blend in. Man, be who you are, and that is it. Be who you are, and they also want to know much something about you. By you going to copy them, it's like you have nothing to portray, and so after all, you can't be much like them. You understand? Or you can't be like them. Definitely, there will be a difference. So they will tend to use you instead of them getting to learn about you. They would rather be using you. Yes, that is what we are seeing.
Who is that people that are using Africa now? In your mind?
People traveling from here to the different continents in search of greener pastures. They are being brainwashed over there that their own brother that they came from Africa with to their continent or their country is their bad luck or is their own enemy. You see? So you over there, you see your own brother that you should love and support. You tend to see him as an evil being that you not even want him to come closer to you because the white man has said that about your own brother. So you seeing your brother as an enemy over there. When you come back here, will you be at peace with him over here? You still condemn him in your own land because you have been brainwashed. Until we get that thing out of our head and get to love ourselves, a luta continua. This is what is going to continue. In fact, it really pains me that upon all these years, we are still hovering behind. Africa is with much talent. There are lots and lots of talents over here that when harnessed properly, it can give the African a better name outside. Yes, African can do it. Why? Those doing it, are they superhuman? No, 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 no. They are just like us. So why? Why are we also not able to, do our own things our own way, but rather copy someone who that way too you can be better than that person because you are copying him. He's not going to show you the things that he used to become good or better in his ways. Choose your own way and you also perfect it. You also come and learn from it. That is my point. I know this is not going anywhere because people are not ready to, change is something when it's coming. It's very hard for people to accept. But one way or the other, you can start from a corner. It will spread bit by bit. Just as he said, this proverb goes, little drops of water is making a mighty ocean. Yes. Someone somewhere can start this change, and then bit by bit, people who are also like-minded will join and then hand in hand. Before you realize, the whole continent is calling for that change. And whoa, what a blissful day or a blissful day that day will be when Africans will come together and know that yes, they are also one people. I'm yearning for that day.
And when which year do you think is going to happen?
Very soon.
Which year?
Very, very soon.
Not even in our own generation.
Very soon. Maybe before our generation will die off, you will see it. Because it has to be started now. One way or the other, we will remove that brainwashing information that the white man has implanted into the black man's head in his own land. And the black man still follows this and then brings it to his own land here. That is our downfall. Until we make changes to that, we will continue hovering. If you like, get about 10 people living on the white man's land and then ask them about this. Because this sort of thing that I'm saying, this info that I'm saying, is a white man himself that told me. A Canadian that told me this. He said, David, I know you will get the opportunity to travel outside someday. In my own land, if you go, the white man has no time for you. The white man doesn't have time for you. What time does the white man have for me? It's your own black people that you should be aware of. Wow. Instigating me against my own brother. You see, on my own soil. You would accept this into your memory. You see, this sort of information is stored at the back of the memory. It's stored deep inside. It can never be uprooted until you get to realize the truth. It can never be uprooted. So that thing stored, that info stored deep inside the brain of our brothers and sisters that have had the opportunity to travel outside, who they are being instigated their own brothers. It has to be uprooted. It's not going to start. Uprooting can't start from today. It will take time. But as we continue spreading the good, positive message about Africans to the world, sooner or later, it's going to be erased from the memory. It's very painful. When you see your own brother, the black man, it's like you've seen a devil. Why? I keep asking, why should it be so? So is that person not having something positive within him that you can tap into? That he is always full of negativity. It's very disheartening. It makes you feel very bad. But hey, that is not the end of the road. A change must happen. And gradually, little by little, we can effect that change. Even if you don't believe it, you just keep on saying, spreading the word. Spread the word. Before you realize, one, two, three people will accept it. They will also go about spreading the word. Before you realize, it will be a bushfire. To catch fire, and everybody will be, calling for that change. Africa must change. The name has to be removed. That evil name has to be removed. We are human, just like themselves. Yes, and that change will happen, come what may, because the citizens of this continent are realizing one big thing. They are now realizing one big thing, one influential thing, which is their leaders. Their leaders most often are the ones to be blamed. Why do I say this? Because they implement policies that are supposed to spearhead development within the country. But what do we see? You see? You see what my point? You see what I'm trying to say? The leaders of this continent, they tend to become selfish. And I don't blame them, because when they go there, certain conditions and rules and regulations that are made for them to come and implement within their country. If they don't abolish that and start from the ground, preparing their own country to stand on its own, we will continue being slaves. Yes, we will continue being slaves, and it's very bad. But one thing I've realized is now Africa is trying to put its leaders on their toes, trying to make them stand on their toes and do their work properly. And it's one confident move that is, you know, going to spearhead the change that we want for Africa and its name as a whole. Yes, it will come to pass. Sooner than later, it will come to pass. And then when you travel outside, then you see that, yeah, you see that, yes, Africa, we are not regarded as human. They tend to see us as nothing, absolutely nothing. And it's true too. When your education system is very poor, how does your brain become developed to, perform wonders in this world? One key vital area that needs to be checked is our educational system. That circle has to change. Someone will go and sit in a class, say, you will learn all the letters of the alphabets. At the end of the day, does it put food on the table? No. But the Chinese child will be trained on how to do mobile phones. When he comes out, he has the knowledge on how to do mobile phones and these electronic gadgets and appliances. He can do them. We just do toys and then come and sell it to you. Toys, yes. Balloons and that kind of stuff. Is the little children that are doing, they come and give it to you at a high price. You also happily buy it. Yes, we are doing business. Come on. So